Morning, everybody. Today we are discussing the examples of the Felkinan model and the comparison of the Felkinan model and Cram's rule and some of the exceptional case of the Cram's rule and Felkinan model. So shall we starts with the example? So we have discussed day before yesterday the Felkinan model, and according to the model, the large group which is perpendicular to the carbonyl group and the nucleophile is attacked the carbonyl group towards the side of the smallest group and in the angle of 107 degree. And so in the Felkinan model we can avoid the steric hindrance between the large group and the substituent which is already present in the carbonyl group. Now we are moving into the example. So this is the first example in which first of all we have to convert this molecule we have to write the molecule in the Newman projection formula. So this is the Newman projection formula. So according to the Felkinan model, we have to arrange the substituent in the chiral carbon atom which is directly connected to the carbonyl group as small, medium, large. So here we can see that in the chiral carbon atom there are three groups attached. One is phenyl, the second one is hydrogen, and the last one is CH3. So here, according to the Felkinan model, the pH is the large group and methyl is the medium group and hydrogen is the small group. And in the Felkinan model, the large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl group, so we have to write the phenyl group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl group. And so there is a two possibility if you are writing the phenyl group, that is the large group which is orthogonal to carbonyl group. There are two possible Newman projections. So these are the two possible Newman projection. So in the first case I have written as disfavored configuration. So this is mainly due to this favor due to here we can see that the methyl group is the medium group and R group which is directly connected to the carbonyl group which is very near to each other. So there is a possibility of the steric hindrance to here, and the nucleophile which is attacked 107 degree to the carbonyl group, and this is the direction. So due to the steric hindrance this is not favorable Newman projection, whereas in the case of the other, that is I have shown by the favored configuration, and here we can see that the large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl and hydrogen, that is the smallest group which is near to the R group, so we can avoid the steric hindrance, and the nucleophile which is attacking towards the side of the smallest group and which is in the angle of 107 to the carbonyl group. So we have satisfied all the conditions of the Felkinan model. One is the large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl. Second one, the nucleophile is attacked towards the side of the smallest group and which is in the angle of the 107. And here there is no steric hindrance between the smallest group and the R group. So this is the most preferred configuration, and this is the final product. Now this is then another example. Instead of the only difference between the previous example and this one is that R is replaced by the methyl. So according to the Felkinan model, we are arranging the large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl, and in order to avoid the maximum hindrance, the first one is the most preferred configuration. Here the methyl group and hydrogen are, there is no steric hindrance between the methyl and hydrogen, and the nucleophile H- is attacking towards the side of the hydrogen atom and the bond angle is 107. So this is the configuration 2R and 3S. Whereas if we attack in the opposite side, that is towards the side of the nucleophile, so here we can see that the steric hindrance between R and methyl group. So this is not a most preferred site for the attack of the nucleophile. So the first one is the preferred configuration. Now we are comparing the Cram's and Felkinan model. So in the Cram's rule, we are the large group which is large group which is 180 degree apart from the carbonyl group, and here also there is two way of the attack of the nucleophile towards the carbonyl group, and and we are preferring the least steric hindrance side, and the nucleophile is attacking towards the side of the smallest group. So the left hand side is the preferred way of attack of the nucleophile towards the carbonyl group, and this is the major product. Whereas in the Felkinen model, the large group, in order to avoid the steric hindrance between the large group and the R group, we are avoiding the steric hindrance by showing the large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl group. And here also there is the two way of the attack of the nucleophile towards the carbonyl group, and we are preferring the attack towards the side of the smallest group, and we can avoid the steric hindrance between the R and the smallest group. So the left hand side is the most preferred way of attack of the nucleophile towards the carbonyl group, and this is the major product. I hope that you are very clear with the Kram's rule and the Felkinen model. Now there are some exceptional case. There are some systems in which both the Kram's rule and Felkin rule are not applicable. So the first system is the molecule which contain the dipole molecule, just like the chlorine or any other electronegative atom. So in that situation, the predominant group is not the large group, because we are already stated that in the Kram's rule we have to arrange the large group which is 180 degree apart to the carbonyl group, and in the Felkinen model, large group which is orthogonal to the carbonyl group. So we are giving the importance to the large group. But if any atom which contain the electronegativity is present in the substrate, so we have to give the more importance to the electronegative atom. So next exceptional case is the chelation. So there are some molecule, for example OH group, NH2 and OMe. There is a possibility of the chelation with the carbonyl group. In that case also we cannot apply the Kram's rule and Felkinen model. So in that cases the most we are giving the more importance to that atom. Okay, now we are moving into the example. First case is the dipole molecule. So while we are applying the Kram's rule in a dipolar model, so here this is the example. Here we can see that the chiral carbon atom which is directly connected to the carbonyl group and contain a substituent as chlorine. So we know that the chlorine is an electronegative atom, so it withdraws the electron towards its side. But if you are arranging the structure like this, so the carbonyl group is also electron withdrawing. So there is a dipole momentum, and we know that the dipole momentum is a vector quantity, and this is the direction. And for the chlorine atom, it is also electronegative. So another dipole momentum we can show in vector which show the direction of the attack of the electron towards its side. So here in this molecule, both the atoms are, the direction of the dipole momentum are mutually perpendicular or are in the opposite side. So there is no dipole momentum existing in this molecule, and the electronegative atom are anti towards each other. So how we will write the Kram's rule in this case? So in this case, according to Kram's rule, we know that the largest group is 180 degree apart to the carbonyl group. But this is only an exception case. So here, the chlorine, we know that it is an electronegative atom. So if any electronegative atom is present in our starting material, the electronegative atom is 180 degree apart to the carbonyl group, and we give the more importance to the carbonyl group. We does not bothered about the large group. And the preferred side of the attack of the nucleophile is again the smallest side group, and the attack is in the angle of 107 degree. Okay. Now, this is the Cram's model. So, if you apply the Felkinan model in the same example, so this is the situation. So instead of the largest group which is orthogonal to carbonyl group, here we have shown the electronegative atom which is orthogonal to the carbonyl group. Okay. Now the attack of the side of the attack is always along the side of the smallest group. Okay. This is the difference between the Felkinen model and Cram's rule as we apply in a dipolar molecule. Now we are coming into the next example, that is next exceptional case, that is the chelation. So some of the molecule which will create the chelation with the carbonyl group, for example metal atom or any OH group. So OH group can create the chelation with the oxygen using hydrogen bond or NH2, OMe, etc. So in that case, so this is the one of the example. Here we can see that a metal atom I have represented by M, capital M, and capital M we make a chelation with the carbonyl group here. Okay, so the metal atom which is in a position to form a chelate complex. That means the metal atom and carbonyl atom are syn to each other. So in that case, the nucleophile, the preferred attack is in the side of the smallest group, and the angle of the attack is again 107 degree, and the attack is along the side of the smallest group. And here this is the one example. Here we can see that the metal is the titanium chloride, and the titanium form a weak interaction with the carbonyl group, and the titanium and carbonyl group are syn to each other, and the nucleophile is attacked in the carbonyl site in the smallest side group. Here the smallest group is the hydrogen, so is the attack is in the upward direction. Now this is another example. Here also we can see that the nucleophile attack in the smallest side group, and here this is an example for an dipole model, and here the X is the electronegative atom. Sorry, this is an example for a chelate group. So here the metal is bind to the carbonyl group, and the metal and carbonyl group are cis to each other. That is exist in the same plane, and there are two way of the attack of the nucleophile. So the nucleophile always prefer the side of the smallest group. So the product which I have shown in the rectangle is the final product. I hope that you understood the Felkinen model and Cram's rule, and what are the difference between the Cram's rule and Felkinen model, and what are the exceptional case of the Cram's rule and Felkinen model. We have studied the two exceptional case. First is the electronegative atom, and the second one is the chelation group, and the reference is the Claydon and EPG Padachala module number, paper number 1, and the module number 27 also. Okay, thank you.